ginger syrup.
All right, all right, all right. What up, what up, what up? I just took us live, Zach. You are right on time.
All right, I'm settling in.
That's what's up. I just took us live.
Okay. I have a drink.
Oh, man. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Oh, there's
I was
Jax
wondering that
already.
This is like...
Woo.
This
Oh, what do you got
is
there?
not going on.
What's
in
up,
my
Jax?
cup
Thanks
right
so
now.
much for the tier 1, dude. 15 months in a row. I love you too,
Holy
dude.
hell.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jax is numero uno.
Damn. That is a good... Oh, don't move on my mouse.
Oh, so what are we doing tonight, Zach?
Tonight,
I know what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I am eating snacks, and you are building.
I'm
You're probably
deconstructing.
eating snacks too, but...
I'm actually deconstructing tonight.
Oh.
And I've got some snacks to show off, too. As a matter of fact. You know what we didn't talk about a second ago? Have you had any good mail days recently?
I had a better mail day than most since I
I've got
wrapped
some-
up my setup.
I've got some cool stuff
I
to
can't
show
remember
off.
if was my setup. Did I have my Blue Yeti the last time we
You
spoke?
did. You just showed that off the last time. Yep.
Okay, but I had not yet finished my desk. I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to show it off, man. What's up, Pudsey? I see you in chat, dude. How you doing, buddy?
So now I have. I don't even know if this is possible to show off.
It'll be tiny in the top right. I should get a screen setup to show like your screen larger.
Like you can see that I now have a multi-tier desk.
Uh-huh.
That I've got.
You got
my
3
stuff off
tiers.
the side. Yeah.
3 tiers.
Got
What are you
3
drinking
tiers
on
and a-
there?
And a side desk. This is rye, homemade ginger honey syrup, and barrel-aged bitters.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Cheers to that. Yeah, so there we go. Salud. Oh man, Pudsey just followed too. What's up, Pudsey? Good to see you, man. How have you not followed already? All right, so I've got some keyboard show and tell I can kick it off with, and then I've got photography show and tell. It's been a crazy week. So take a look at this. I've had a pretty dope edition actually this week. Are you in stream right now, Zach? Can you see my overhead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So take a look at this little guy. I don't have autofocus on because this Nikon gets all jacked up when I do that.
What is that?
We got a dope observer in. That is the observer cap. So Lividity, this is one of Lividity's caps. And it's like, it has this like cool little gloss blank almost. It looks really, yeah, the blank looks really, really cool.
I love the eyes.
And then, yeah, it's got, it goes so well with Desco. I need to like lock down a Desco set just to pick up for this cap with the eyes. Because it kind of has like that grayscale hint to it already. And then the hands. The hands are like this matte resin over the glossy blank. And it's like the eyes are it's like pulling down the eyelids with one of the fingernails. Oh, it's so demonic. My daughter sees it the other day and she's like, "Oh, I like this little boy." I'm like, you don't even know what you're looking at. But this one, I specifically entered the sale for my daughter on this one, and she was super stoked when I won. I swear, like, this was a hard one to get, too. Oh, Pudsey says he's got sake with club soda and a little lavender.
Oh, that's good.
Man,
Good lavender.
you guys are classing it up with the drinks. You know, we get on quarantine for a couple of weeks, and you know, yeah, we've all got to up our ante a little bit. I need something to get this out. This is actually a really tough profile to get out of my artisan case. I need to get the first thing that I reach into and grab here. It's a zip tie.
I assume artisan cases still don't fit Bruce's.
So take a look at this. This was a big win. I thank my daughter for this win. Do you know what sculpt that is, Zach?
I've been out the game.
Tyler knows what this one is. I should say Tyler. Andy knows what this one is. That's the new Salvador, the new Alpha Caps cat. So I'm showing him off to my daughter, and she's like, oh, I like this little boy, and she's got her eye on like the pink one, and so I entered in for that one as well, but I got the invoice for the Baba Yaga. So Alpha Caps knows my monochrome game, and so I'm sure he hooked it up with that. I was very excited to get that one though. I really like it. It has a lot of cool detail in it. I think the nose looks really cool. Yo, what's up, Franco? Good to see you, buddy. And so, yeah, no, I was really pleased to pick those up. All right. So here's the stupid part. This is, I won't get into the stupid part yet. Let me show off one more really cool thing that I was super stoked about. Guys in the photography chats already know about this. This finally came in. I was waiting for about a month for this book. So cool. If you guys are into any sort of like Blade Runner style / video game art, Liam Wong is a video game developer turned photographer. It's so good. It's so good. This entire book is just awesome. Like, let me see if I can get any of the detail of this book here. I'm of course gonna have it all off, but it's just like the entire book. It's like this thick stock pages. It's so good. And so this guy, basically video game developer, would travel to Tokyo all the time, and as he was there on travel, he would go out late at night, typically around like the midnight hour, and take cool shots of Tokyo at night. And yeah, really cool eye. This is the main centerfold.
Well, it really is that Miami Nights aesthetic.
Little ocular action, yeah, there, that one. Yeah, it is big time. But I love it where it has like the transparent umbrellas and everything. I thought it was really cool. So, still working my way through that one. Haven't gone through it all yet. But it's like got me looking at a whole bunch of other like artists, like the original like concept artists for like Blade Runner and stuff. Like what's his name? Sid Meier. SYDMEAR. Is that his name? Is it Sid Meier? I think it's Sid. Sid Mead. And that's where he got actually, so this guy Liam Wong, actually that's where he got a lot of his like, you know, ideas. So all right, so these are the last couple of things that I got that are kind of stupid. This sums up my mail days for the week. Zach, you already know. So there's the new film camera. We're getting back into film. We've got the this is the X570 with the 50 1.4. I'm gonna get the converter for this, Zach, and I'm gonna put it on my Alpha 7 too. That's definitely going on the Sony camera at some point. This thing is a beast of a lens.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I need to get the 1.
You gotta get to the. You gotta get the
1.2.
1.2.
Yeah, but look at that thing. Oh.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah. It's huge. Yeah. Yeah. So this optic is just perfect. Let's see here. And then, yeah, all
That's what I'm rocking
components.
today.
What's that?
Till I get the 500, this is what I'm rocking.
There's the 300. Yeah. The 300, right? Is that what that is? The Prime?
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
300.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So, and then in my very impulsive way, not only did I pick up the Minolta, but this guy was selling this for like $40, and so I was like, yeah, sure, send it my way, dude. So I picked up a second film camera too. So this is the 51.8 on this, the Canon, and very popular old school film camera again. Was it
I'm
you
sorry.
telling me,
I'm always
Zach?
honest with my friends, but you're an idiot for getting 2 film
I
cameras.
know. Yep. But hey, man, it was a good deal. I wanted to make sure I had something that worked. Both of these, the sellers said, yep, they worked last time I used it, but the last time I used it was like a year ago. And
Yeah.
so I've got
That's better than I thought.
I got two.
You were gonna say.
I got
I
two.
thought you were
I
gonna
got
say
two
like
kids.
40 years ago.
Right. Yeah, no. This guy had this one in college, and he was using it for his photography class in college, and he said it worked perfectly fine, and it's been in a closet though ever since. And so, yeah, so hopefully we've rolled the dice here on a couple film cameras. Hopefully we work out.
Yeah.
Yep. Last time I used it, there were still professional sports, and hopefully that changes. Hopefully we're not in this mode for much longer. Oh man. All right. So yeah, tonight's build isn't as interesting. We actually, as I mentioned, we're deconstructing tonight. So KBO is on ESPN now. What's KBO?
Korean basketball or Korean baseball.
Korean baseball.
Yep.
Wow, no shit. Okay. Interesting.
Because the MLB not going on right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they have
ESPN has pivoted.
I'm sure they're getting crazy ratings. You know what I've been watching though
It's
is
gonna be the best ratings for Korean basketball or baseball ever.
Yeah. Have they had anything like, I heard it was for a bit, for the first couple of weeks I heard it was like ESPN 8 The Ocho, where they were showing like
kind of like that. Yeah,
all
exactly.
sorts of crazy shenanigans.
Yeah.
Taiwanese
sure.
baseball. All right, so did anyone hear the story a couple weeks ago when the whole we were like first settling in to no sports and everything else, where there was some sort of Ukrainian soccer team that was playing one of their, it wasn't UEFA, but it was some sort of, sanctioned match. And so a bookie's office was taking odds on it. And apparently the whole thing was fabricated, but they took millions of dollars worth of bets on this thing and just scammed a whole shit ton of people. Because everyone was like, I can't get my gambling fix anywhere. I need to gamble on something. And that was going on. And so, of course, they jumped right in on it. And yeah, next thing you know, it was whole fake. Every part about it. Yeah. And so they disappeared pretty much. The website went down. And nobody got their money back. And so, yeah, nothing ever happened. I didn't know if there was ever any like follow up to that. Pudsey, does the story end there? Did they catch the guys? I mean, it comes down to like a cybersecurity investigation at that point, I would think. But yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that driving home on the radio one afternoon, and I was laughing. It reminded me actually of my brother-in-law. Yeah, that makes sense.
How? Yeah.
It reminded me of my brother-in-law because my brother-in-law is super into gambling on sports, and that's illegal in Pennsylvania, which he's up in Philly. Yeah. And so I mean, he's always got action on something. So he's pulling his hair out now. If I'd had heard about this, Ukrainian soccer, I probably would have sent him a link and been like, hey, dude, looks like you can actually get, some of your gambling fixed on here if you're able to get in touch with his bookies. And he would have gotten scammed too. I mean, apparently it looked like a very legitimate website, but who knows? As far as online gambling on sports goes, I guess, right? All right. So... yeah, I have some good news, actually, as far as coronavirus goes. It was more my wife's good news. So, Zach, I don't know if you know this. My wife works over at the hospital over in Fairfax.
Yeah, she's at Innova Fairfax, yeah?
Yep. And so there was a guy who was discharged today with kids and wife and everything all at home. And he had gone unconscious and... was like on every amount of life support pretty much that the hospital could gig up for him.
Was he on ECMO? That's the one I'm always.
Yeah, in terms of life support, anything you can be on, this guy was on. Because and so here's.
Do they have ECMO? Here's
the good part. I'd actually have to ask my wife. I don't know the full details. She was like, the article basically went into, if there's a life support available, he was on it. Like, he was in rough shape, to the point where his like liver, his kidneys, like all of his vital organs were failing. And what they did is, I don't know if you guys have heard about any of this, like new plasma testing that they've been doing, where they're harvesting plasma from antibodies.
Yeah, it's classic. Yeah, it's really common.
Yeah, so he was one of, I guess in Fairfax, he was one of the first people at this hospital that got a transfusion of plasma, and that, pretty much brought him around to the other side and started him on the uptick of getting out of there. So yeah, really, really good story. They've also, before we move on, they've also started playing that Survivor fight song. What is it called? It's not the Katy Perry one. No, not Eye of the Tiger. But think, what was the Katy Perry one where like, I'm stronger or invincible?
Eye of the Tiger?
No, it's not. Think female vocalist. Think female lead vocalist. Same style of song. I can't remember now. They're playing that song anytime someone recovers from COVID and is discharged from the hospital for 30 seconds over the loudspeaker at the entire hospital. So my wife was like, the first couple of times it happened, they were like, yeah, and cheering. And then by the 20th time, like, they're like, and they haven't quite figured out the sound yet. And so it's really, really loud every time they do it too. So yeah, she'll be charting, and then all of a sudden it'll blast off. She'll be like, what the? So, all right. Fezboy says, what did this keyboard do to you to deserve being desoldered? It didn't do anything to me. It's just time. It's time. This keyboard is done. So what is this even? Oh, well, this one looks like it needed a little bit of loving. It's got a jump on it and everything. It's got a jump on it and some bubbly pieces here and there as well. This is work I'm doing for a client tonight, guys. I believe I've got some notes on this too. Let me see here. I'm pretty sure we're just taking all the switches off of all of these. I think I have 3 PCBs to do tonight. Dude, Zach, we're gonna do this in record timing. I've got a new filter, a new tip, and I've got my trusty little threader for the desoldering vacuum tonight. We're gonna be done. We're gonna be done desoldering by 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be switching over to whiskey by 9 o'clock. I'm calling it now. Let's do this.
I have no idea how fast I'm gonna finish editing these photos. I'm trying to edit some photos right now.
You should post that one you took of the museum, the children's museum. That was so cool. All right, so this one's a GH60 Satan with retooled black switches on it. And then we've got a TX84 we're desoldering and a Mech 27 we're desoldering. And I believe that's it.
Mech 27.
No, we've got 2 Mech 27s with KBD fans T1 switches. Have you heard of that? KBD fans T1 switches. I've never heard of those switches.
I have not heard of those either.
Are they V1s with the bad PCBs? T1 switches are the latest meme. Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know to answer that question, Pudsey. Like when you say V1s, do you mean V1 T1s or do you mean the V1 Mech 27 PCB? Oh yeah, I need to double check. I haven't actually looked at a Mech 27 PCB in quite some time. I'll take those PCBs out next. Oh, with the awful TGR PCBs. Do you know what they are from looking at the color? Because I think they're black. I think they're black in color. I have a picture gallery here. No, they are not. I've got a Heine Bush PCB, an H87, and I've got one of the Kin TKL87 L3s. I got Liku PCBs on them. So I'm assuming he probably just sourced PCBs from them afterwards. Remind me, what did the V1 Mech 27 look like? Because I had one of those back in the day.
I thought it was just a Jane clone.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a pure Jane clone with a maple leaf.
Yep, I remember that.
I think that was the point of the board.
Just to copy, so.
Just to copy the Jane, yeah.
Yeah. Did Devin have permission to do that?
I have no idea. I mean, he's vanished, right? Like he took everyone's money and walked away with the V2.
That's so crazy.
Right?
I remember hearing about that.
So,
Yeah, Pudzy would know better than anyone.
Pudzy would know.
Yeah, is that how that went down?
Files are okay. So
I am not quite yet.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So he has walked away with the money. Yes. I mean, he probably doesn't have all of the money because I bet at least some of it is sunk into production. But
sure.
Like I assume that as is classic, shit hit the fan and he got group by runner syndrome.
So true. Sorry guys, my mom just came down with cancer. I have to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, shit sucks, but like you need to not take people's money and walk away. Like, right? It's like it's the easiest thing to do. It's just don't take people's money.
The problem is you have a bunch of people who are not really moral, ethical people and are young, right? And so they don't have a good moral compass to begin with.
I don't even know if it's that. It's not the like moral, ethical thing, right? Like people just do stupid shit.
I mean, yeah, I
don't think they go into it intending to like steal money, right? Like they're just really in over their fucking heads.
Not most, some, but not most. I would hope at least.
I think it's super rare. I think it's really quite rare.
Linkshine was definitely.
Even he wasn't, right? Like he had years. It was like longer than that. It was longer than just a beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was like a really long time when he was like a reliable source. I mean, Clar successfully traded with him numerous times early on.
Yeah. That's the most dangerous part too. Somebody that gets, notoriety for being a trusted source in the community, and then all of a sudden starts collecting a lot of big endgame items. But
also, I think the community is large enough that like there is like much more pressure, especially in like the States. There's like a large enough group that like people are just gonna get reported for stealing.
Right. Oh yeah. No, you wouldn't get away. You wouldn't get away with it more than once this day and age. Absolutely. But you could queue up a lot of really high-end things all at once and walk away, and you wouldn't need to queue up too many. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what's the point in like stealing cheap cats, right? Like they're not worth anything.
Right.
We're not talking like international art theft.
Right. No. I mean, but
it's not like you can fence it.
It's a solid chunk of change. I mean, you gimmick somebody into trading you an OTD and then turning around and selling it. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to do it really quick.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't really fence it like this.
Yeah.
Art.
Yep. It definitely is a shitty thing to get into. That's for sure. Not be good. Anyways, yep. So, how did we even get on the subject? I don't know. Oh, Devin and Mech 27s. Yeah, so for example, coming right back around to it, I completed several trades with Devin. Back when the whole original Holy Panda market started to go crazy, I had traded Devin my 1800, my TX 1800 for a Mech 27 of his that was built up with round 1 Panda, Inver Panda switches. Just the linears, nothing else, which was a garbage board. I mean, I think I ended up stripping that Mech 27 and selling the case for like $250 or something like that. But then the switches in that crazed market, do you remember that, Zach? I think I ended up selling the switches for like $450.
Yeah,
like,
I remember this.
It was definitely, it was an up trade for me at the end of the day. What looked like a shitty down trade because I just wanted a TKL ended up being a huge up trade because I didn't give a shit about Holy Pandas. I didn't even put them together. I bought a set of CHORES and I just included the tray of CHORES and said, dude, you got to put them together yourself, but here's Holy Pandas. And like $450. It was so absurd. That was like Nixie pricing for some shit tactiles. This wire job, I can tell why he wanted to get rid of this. Yeah, that was definitely a crazy market. Well, they're not as, you're paying at that point though for the meme that is the Nixie. You know, the aesthetic of that milky cherry top and the semi good switch. I mean, Nixies are the same story as vintage blacks. I mean, they can be really good or they can be garbage. So, you know, it's life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I broke the USB port on my M65, bent the pins inside of it. Oh, Franco, rip, dude. You'll need to get a new one. To get a new USB port. That's not that big of a deal, though. You can swap that out. I think I might actually have another USB port if you want me to repair it for you. If I don't, you can pick one up off of what's it called? Oh, I can't remember that website name. Am I about to get a whole bunch of solder on my desk? Oh yeah.
These are some good photos today.
I had a globule of solder.
Shooting with really is such a dream.
Shooting right now?
Long lenses. Really long focal lengths.
Mm-hmm. Did you share that picture of the children's museum that you took? You should.
It's the children's hospital.
Oh, the hospital. Okay. That's such a cool picture, dude. You should definitely share that.
I'll share the post in chat. The post is the really impressive part. It's like not just the picture.
Yeah, because it looks.
It's like
it's
a testament to how much you can do in Lightroom and other editors.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big way. In a big way. Do I have? Is this actually training properly? Dude, how's that even sucking? I don't even know. I need to clear the lines. Let's see here. We've been at it 10 minutes. We've got 2 more rows on this PCB. So what do you think, Zach? Are we gonna finish by my predicted 9 o'clock hour?
No, we're not.
I don't think I'm going to. I can't run into issues like this.
You get close.
I'll get close, but I can't run into issues like this. The fact that we're having to clear the chamber, we're running into issues.
Why is my board wobbly? Why is my board wibbly wobbly? What is wrong? Board is straight. I think it's this desk. This desk is caving a little bit. Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's no big.
Did you get that desk new just recently?
No. It's the under desk mount. It's the tray mount. I'm not too worried about it. It was like $50-$60.
Gotcha. Which ones, Franco? I don't think so. New Godox lights. Are they static or are they speed lights?
You know, I saw that. Frackno, did you do you watch ZY Productions at all? There was a good review of an aperture light.
Yeah, definitely link it though.
Yeah.
Zach, I think we brought it up on stream last week too. Did you see Franco's drive across his video, his VOD, his drive across country? Not really across country, from Texas to Washington State during the pandemic.
I did not.
Oh, dude, it's good. It's a good one. I've been chilling that video, Franco. I love that thing, dude. I think it was cool. Plus, you got so many good photos from it. The cattle and livestock photos that you took, man, dude, that was crazy. Oh, Franco will appreciate this discussion too. Zach so kindly talked me out of a crazy, stupid tripod purchase earlier tonight. Franco, what are you shooting with? What's your tripod of choice? Are you on carbon? Because I know you do some landscape shots, landscape photography. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm on right now too. I have a shit tripod as well. Okay. Yeah. Is it on like a road mic? Road mic arm or something like that? I know you can do like crazy little gimmicky mods to get the mount arms. But then I also think they have the mount arms for the cameras as well. Was it the Vesa mount? So where'd you go shooting, Zach? Have you been doing any street photography in DC while the city's been pretty much abandoned?
I mean, my street photography is much more like animal and architecture based. I don't really like taking pictures of people that much, particularly people I don't know. I love taking pictures of people I know, but people I don't know, not that much.
Do you get anxiety when you go out there?
No, hell no.
No?
I've been biking around. I've been doing like, I don't know, 5 to 20 mile bike rides.
Okay. No. I mean, when I say anxiety, what I mean when I say that, like when you're doing street photography with strangers.
Oh, I mean, I don't take pictures of like other people I don't know. It's not really anxiety. I just don't feel like appropriate taking pictures of people.
Okay.
Like, just because. I mean, if people want their picture, like if I'm out with my camera and someone says like, take my picture, which like people have done remarkably frequently, I absolutely will.
Right,
I'm happy to do it.
It's like, nah,
and like,
bro.
I'll just be like, give me your email and I will send you this picture.
Yeah.
Like taking pictures of people before asking them or whatever is like,
Yeah. It can definitely have a stigma to it. Like when I was first getting into it, I was very like, I would just basically hold my camera here pretty much all the time as I would walk around, and I would just like take shots of people. And what would get a lot of people, like, I don't know, I was nervous and anxious about it at first. Now it's just like, I've actually watched a couple of videos where you can like just walk around like, and if you're not into it, you're not into it, but you can walk around and just like ask people, and 9 times out of 10 people are like, yeah, sure, take my picture. And they'll, you get some good results. I don't know, I don't do it nearly enough, but yeah, when I first started though, the first couple outings I went on, definitely very anxious. I was like, this is so weird. I'm just taking pictures of random strangers on the street. This is not normal. Someone's gonna get angry at me, you know what I mean? Hey, Shrimpy, Shimpy, not Shrimpy. Shimpy, thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, so Franco posted that light image as well, or video. He posted a video on the light, the Godox VL150. So have they fixed the fan issue? Hey, Shimpy, I see you in chat. Have they fixed the fan issue with it, Franco, where it's super loud? Okay, that's good news then. If they fix that, then they're well on their way to having a good static light, because the 150 that I had, the Godox 150 I had before, was like an airplane turbine sitting right next to you. It's on par with the Aperture. Interesting. What's the price point on it? Let's cut right to the chase. Artemy just purchased a light too. Did you see that, Zach? Artemy just purchased the Aperture 300. He got the big boy variant, Franco. He just picked it up. I'm gonna have to, if it's good, if it's as good as the Aperture, I'm gonna have to send it to him and just be like, dude, you done goof.
The 300 is the one that I just linked in chat, Max.
Okay, $399. Yeah.
You should take a look.
In DM or in Twitch?
On Twitch, I can copy it over too.
Oh, no, you're good. I didn't see you link anything in... Oh yeah, I see. Wait, no, I see the Imgur you linked, which is your photo process. It's your...
Below that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yep, I see it.
10 lines down.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, this is what Artemy just got. Artemy just picked one of those up.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just got
it. It was reviewed extremely favorably.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's and it's got the price tag to go along with it. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, the best professional to high-level amateur light you can get, right? I mean, aside from going into like cinematic lights, which are going to cost you like $5,000. Yeah, but no, that's good to hear though, actually, Franco. I was curious, you know, I mean, if they had fixed the fan issue with the 150, they had a good light. It was very bright. The 60 watt is actually doing okay. I was talking earlier, you can see my honeycomb in the door right now. I've not had too much difficulty with this light. It's definitely bright enough, I'd say. I think that and the static light, before I had two boxes. I had a box over here and I had a box over here, both just shining right down on top of my desk. I didn't like it because it got so hot. But I also need to figure that out, why that's doing that. What was I saying? But yeah, with the Godox 60 watt, I feel like it's bright enough. Yeah. Yeah, you've got such a cool room. Your room is all like purple hues and very RGB-esque. Hey, have you been using, I remember you got the little mini light box, right, Franco? Have you been using that a lot? And if so, for what? What was that thing called? It was like that little mini LED. There's a 750 Godox. Ooh, that's a big boy. Okay. Nice. It's so portable though, too. It's like right there whenever you need it. Yep, so I'm excited. So Zach, question for you. Are you still shooting film or do you not have a film camera these days?
I sold my film camera 9 months ago.
Okay. So after purchasing all this, you want to buy X570?
0%. No interest in getting back into film.
I found an XE. I found a Minolta XE. So I'll probably pick that up too at some point.
I've gone so deep on my digital camera. I am not gonna get any stuff applied. I don't want to. I don't need to.
I'm just excited that
I won't.
I'm just like super stoked and excited that I'm going to be that I'm going to be using some of these to port some lenses over.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah.
This excites me.
Oh man, my candle went out. Shit. You didn't notice that. Alright, let's see if we can get it going again. Let's see if it's Scrooged. Be safe. Keep cover closed. Okay.
So I can't remember.
These are bad matches. Whoa.
That's your first mistake, Budsy. And not expecting things to be different. The first mistake is every day I go on Geekhack.
I've just committed a heinous crime by putting this match in the candle. I suspect that it is going to go out. Yep, it is.
What do I have here?
It is.
I've got a USB-B PCB. Do I have a cable for said PCB? I do. Here we go.
Stay. Don't fall over and drip hot wax all over my keyboard. I would prefer that.
Ooh, that would not be good.
Yeah. I live on the edge.
There you go.
Match number 2. Come on. Ah.
All right, so our first PCB is done. It is 8:45. That took us just about, what, 20 minutes?
Oh,
is that right, Zach?
Let there be light. Look at that.
Oh, hey-oh. Hey-oh. Let there be light on the switch hitter, too. Can you guys see that? Is switch hitter on? Yes, it is. You can all see if I failed or succeeded together.
Oh, fuck. It went out again.
Oh,
God damn it.
Oh, this thing needed a jumper, though. So I'm not too concerned about some of these guys being angry at me.
Alright, we're gonna... 3rd time's the charm. Come on. Alright, we're gonna let this candle set. I'm gonna let some of this wax set. Because I think the wax is dredging a little bit here. You know, I'm gonna do something super gross. I'll be right back. I'm gonna fucking scoop some of this wax out because I think the wick is too far down. Ugh.
I think we're having difficulty with this PCB because one of the pads was eaten up on this thing. It was this pad over here that needed to be jumped. And so he's probably going to need to jump that again. So what we're going to do is we are going to mark that as such with a Sharpie because this was burned out. This was burned out before I touched it. So if he wants this again, yeah, you can see that pad right there is burned. There we go. Mark it with a Sharpie and say right there. J-U-M-P. Boom. Alrighty. Moving right along. So we will put this aside. I think the main thing he wanted out of this was the switches.
All right.
There we go.
We're gonna do this. Third time's the charm.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh fuck! Come on.
Hey, so what's your post-processing looking like these days, Zach? Walk me through the
Just a second to light this candle. All right. All right. Now that that's done. Oh, my room's not gonna smell bad. Whoa! Look at that. Whoa!
Let there be light.
It's gross. It looks really gross. You can probably see on the edge of this. It's disgusting.
Yep, I can.
Because I just used a little dessert spoon and scooped it like gelato.
Hey, whatever works.
It's okay because the outside with the heat will melt down, and it'll make my room smell good no matter what. All right, so post-processing.
Oh, I'm gonna mispronounce this, but I'm gonna say Giajo. JJ I'm so sorry. I'm mispronouncing that.
Giaguo.
Giaguo.
I think so. Giaguo.
Your name was a fun challenge to try and pronounce. I see you in chat too. What's going on, man? Yo. Oh, there we go. We got the lights up here on the... Let's go ahead. Things are looking good on this. Yep. All right. Let the timer begin for PCB number 2. 8:52. You ready for this, Zach? I'm calling 9 o'clock by this one. We're gonna finish this one in 8 minutes. If the iron doesn't mess up, 8 minutes. This is the T1 switches, I think. All right, so I'm sorry, I interrupted you earlier, Zach.
So camera to XQD reader directly to Lightroom, and I do almost all my work in just Lightroom. I let it handle the raws. I use all the color stuff. And if I really like the photo,
Adobe RGB, or what are you using for color?
No, I just use their built-in their built-in stuff on Lightroom, which has it's like saturation, hue, luminance.
Yeah.
That it? That's it.
But aren't there color profiles?
Saturation, hue, and luminance. Yeah, you can do some interesting stuff on Lightroom. But I'm a pretty minimal editor, so I do that. I dick around with all the settings I can find. And then I export to JPEG at max resolution, max quality, and frankly, I work in this weird fucking program called Polar.
You were telling me
Polarr.
Yeah, I was seeing that.
Polar with a double R. It's got really fantastic built-in filters. Just really way better than Lightroom does. I mean, I'm sure
Lightroom's base filters are fucking garbage.
Yeah, they are, and I'm sure that like Luminar has some pretty cool filters, but Luminar is slow as absolute fuck.
I can confirm.
And Polar will put the filter on in a second, like less. Like I just click and it just everything, all the color is fixed. So I prefer to use Polar once I have a JPEG, because it only edits JPEG. It's kind of an odd beast.
That is interesting. What's the cost of it?
I mean, it's a fully featured editor. It's just less good, but it's very efficient.
Is it one time or is it a monthly subscription for Polar?
The payment, it used to be one time and now it's monthly.
Okay. Are you grandfathered in?
I am.
Nice.
because there was a time when it was the only the only good native Chrome OS editor.
Okay,
so Lightroom was on Chrome OS, but it was only Lightroom Mobile or Lightroom for Chrome, which is really just not the same as Lightroom Classic.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Correct. So
yeah.
What about lens profiles? Are you using Lightroom for that?
Yeah, so Nikon has built-in lens profiles. We're not talking like Lightroom lens profiles. I think there's something about the corrections that Nikon uses. You don't have to load a profile; it's automatic.
Okay.
Like you don't specify. Like it doesn't even auto load. It doesn't take a look at your camera and your lens.
Really?
There's just some inbuilt information in the raw file, other than just telling it.
So if you check that box to correct lens profile, it doesn't do anything?
I think it's automatically checked and it just does.
Oh, okay.
Here, wait, what is this thing?
Like when I go into develop settings, I have to actually click that box to fix distortion and vignetting, and it does a pretty good job 9 out of 10 times. I've noticed some lenses that it overcorrects vignetting and it'll blast out my corners every now and then, but that's pretty easy to fix in post. It does generally a pretty good job. The only problem is you need to have an active Lightroom subscription to make sure that the lens profiles for all the newer lenses are constantly updated.
Yeah, so I'm reading this post on the Photoshop forums. Many cameras have embedded light profiles in the raw files.
So it's good to go. Is there a list of what cameras do?
It's at least the Z dedicated lenses have it.
Okay.
I haven't tinkered around with the
AI.
The other ones. Let me see. Let me check. I can check right now.
Well, actually, because you're editing. Yeah, you're editing the 300. Yeah.
Profile. Enable profile corrections. Oh yeah, see, it's got profile corrections for the 300.
Yeah. Okay. So does that make a difference? I'd assume too. Yeah.
It does.
How good of a job does it do for the Nikon? Like I said, I've noticed some of my Sigma, specifically my Sony E-mount Sigma lenses. Those are the ones that need a little extra loving after.
Yeah, I mean it does really good, particularly for the vignetting.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Like the vignettes, like edge distortion.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm curious now.
This computer is
I need to look up, see if any of the Sony Alpha lenses just have that built into the raw file automatically as well. I've noticed some to where, like, I've been going through post-processing, and I've noticed sometimes to where, like, I felt like the profile corrections wasn't doing anything, and then I looked, and I had an update pending, and as soon as I updated it, it had the new profile correction for the lens, and then I was like, oh yeah, that does something. Oh, we've got 1 minute. I'm not going to make it in time for this board.
I didn't expect you
to. I've set myself unrealistic
Not a disbeliever, but you've set an unrealistic timeline.
Yeah, desoldering a full TKL in 8 minutes is unrealistic? Come on, man. Alright, give me 10 minutes. Give me till 9:02. I've got 3 minutes. What do you think? Now, I might be able to finish the desolder, but I'm not going to be able to get all the switches off of it by 9:02. Let me clarify already. Give me till 9:08 to get all the switches off of it, and then we're talking. I'm actually going to start going row by row now.
Let's handle full transform. Yeah, so I mean, one of the things I'm a huge fan of is the transform feature. It's like really fucking powerful in Lightroom. and it does things like redeem photos like that one I just did.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a photo of the hospital one?
Yeah.
That you didn't necessarily think. Yeah, I'm so amazed. Like, that's the thing that I find with my mirrorless. And I mean, you're in the same boat. All 45 plus megapixels.
Right.
Photos
exactly.
that when I take and look at them in the playback at the end of the day, at the end of a shoot, I'm like, that looks like garbage. There's nothing there. And then I get in the post and I'm like, oh, if I crop this like this, that looks awesome. And yeah, then I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, that's reinvigorated me in a big way when it comes to photography.
Yeah.
So, have you been taking any classes or anything, Zach?
Nope.
With the free
My class
time?
are the streets.
Here's one you might be interested in. What was it? It was the Google photography class. I'm generalizing. Is that ringing any bells for you right off the bat before I have to go to my keyboard and look it up? Okay.
It is absolutely not.
Remind me.
I can Google it.
It's a class on lens derivation and all sorts of the actual like engineering and numbers. The guy who ran the course was one of the leads for the Nexus and Pixel project, if I'm not mistaken, for developing their Google camera software. And so the guy's obviously brilliant. The class is lectured at, Google headquarters. So everyone in the class is also brilliant. And this guy was I think he was either a Stanford or a Harvard professor teaching digital photography. He was like, I had to up my game for the class at Google.
Okay, this is correct.
But anyways, I've been working my way through that seminar, and it's really actually quite good. It goes into a little bit of like art history, goes into the actual formulas for ISO and exposure and just things that I wouldn't have thought about normally. I just correct for, I expose for my highlights, right? And so, it takes it more into like a scientific tact. Not that I would be benefited from that too terribly much in the field, but it definitely is cool to listen to, and understanding the inner workings of your lens and glass and how that views the world is kind of cool, and they go in depth into that. Like, those lectures were really cool. The lectures where they're talking about lens derivation and how engineers work on the glass on the middle of it, and to see those angles and correct them in the actual interior of that lens, like it's wild. Like, you can see the telephoto lens that I'm looking at, Zach, right? I mean, that's 70 to 200 Sony G Master lens is $2,500-ish. It's got like 20 to 30 pieces of glass on the inside of that lens, all working in tandem to correct at every focal length and aperture that it's, right within to bring a proper photo to it. When you look at it like that, you're like, oh damn, there's a shit ton of engineering that goes into this. I can understand why it's $2,500.
I never question why this shit's so expensive. Someone worked hard at it.
Oh yeah. I wondered until I watched that course. And I was like, oh yeah, makes sense. Oh man, don't fail on me now. Rip. Zach, I literally have one more through hole to do, and my body is full here.
Oh, you have to empty the
I have to empty the chamber.
I've never soldered or desoldered before, so.
All right, I've emptied it enough.
Holy Jesus, this is creepy.
I've emptied enough to keep it going.
Oh my god, this picture is so creepy.
So creepy. Creepy,
yeah.
Creepy landscape. Creepy architectural photo.
It is. I don't really know what it is. But I found it on the street. So that's it.
Found it on the streets.
I also found a good filter I can use.
Let's see how we did here. It is 9:05.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
These are these T1s? They're not Telios. Oh yeah, these got to be the T1s, right? Are they a tactile? KBD fans, right. Yep. They got the KBD fans logo on them. They're stickered too. Stickered with like a yellowish orange sticker. Oh boy.
Profile correction and then call it a day.
They're tight. That's what she said.
Actually, I don't want profile corrections on this. I refuse. I want to lower the shadows, lower the exposure.
So Pudsey, what had you cringing on Geek Hack today? Hey, so did Clack come back for a little bit there? I saw, or was that an April Fool's post? Did the mods hop onto the Clack account and make that, or was that actually him? He logged in and that was it. Dude, the catch-up poems still lingering. Yeah, there you go. And they said that they didn't. Or we don't know. These 5 pins are, yeah, little tight. It's nice. The combo of this plate with these switches are pretty good. This looks like it might have been either, is this a KBD? Is that a KBD cutout? I'm assuming yes, because there's nothing here, so I don't think it's it's definitely not an Orion plate. You have the 2 little cutouts, the awkward one here and then the one here. I'm assuming this is a KBD TKL. Oh, no. You're absolutely right. I did say what it was. This is a Mech 27. Or it was in a Mech 27. I don't know if this is actually a Mech 27 plate or if this is just a custom plate that fits that case. You're absolutely right. I did say that it was a Mech 27. The TX84 is built up with vintage blacks. Man, oh man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking though. Aftermarket plate. Oh no, we lost a switch. We lost a switch to the ether. There's 2 switches we've lost to the ether. Damn, this Rama switch puller has a tendency of sending these switches flying. All good, Pudsey. No worries, buddy. Have a wonderful evening, dude. All right. Oh man, been live for an hour here already, Zach. How time flies when you're having fun. Oh, hey, Zach, so since we last spoke, how's your Hearthstone grind been going this season?
I'm still infinite, so my gold has been going up. I don't play standard, I only play arena.
Just arena, okay.
So my gold has been going up, and yep. I play an arena every couple of days.
Stock's gone up. The draft format has got to be the best way to play those card games.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost me money then.
Yep. I've been playing contrary to that. I'm going to say that's the best way, and then in the same breath, I'm going to say that I've been playing standard. Man, the Demon Hunter meta is quite crazy now.
I'm a little cued in on the meta.
It's pretty nuts right now. I haven't looked at that yet, Pudsey. I know Zach probably has. Zach, have you been following?
No, I'm super far out of MTG.
Okay. So, but anyways, I've been climbing ladder. I was on a very jokey training teleconference last week, and while I was on this teleconference training, I was climbing. I win streaked both days all the way up to gold with like, I'm saying probably an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of playing. So the ladder climb was not too difficult for me. I think I went 25-5.
Nice.
I kept track of it. So yeah, the climb went pretty well. I'm gonna try and, I don't know how long is left in the season. If I've got another week or so, I'll try and hit diamond. My win rate was very high. Obviously, I was in like the 70%. As I was climbing to gold. It'll probably drop a little bit now, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I can push diamond. I gotta say, so far though, I started playing Hearthstone when it was like the, 25 ranks from like shit to legend. And then after hitting rank 1, you hit legend, right? Do you remember that, Zach?
Yeah.
And it was very slow, like very slow. Like getting from 25 to rank 5 was the first challenge, and then getting from like rank 5
to legend,
to legend was like the next crazy push. And I think
And it's harder to get from 5 to legend.
Yep. Oh yeah, in a big way. And I got to my best in old school Hearthstone was like rank 2 or 3. It was somewhere around there. And I remember reading, it was like basically the Cliff's Notes of this was, if you can hit rank 3, if you can hit rank 5, you can pretty much hit legend.
Yeah, like, I mean, you just need to grind out, and then it's just
grinding.
Win. You just have to have effort.
Yeah, it's just grinding. Yep, just a big grind at that point. And I was like, makes sense. And yeah, I just was never able to push it. All right, let's go ahead and this. Yeah, it was a lot. It ends up being a lot of games. So I wonder what legend push is now. Going from
probably the same.
You think?
Yeah, wow, a couple of my friends made legend push the first time.
This season?
Yep. Oh, this past month, and they got it.
Okay. How many games roughly? Like 500? I remember 500 was. I remember it was somewhere in the.
It did not take them long to get it once they started. Like they put in effort this month for the first time ever, and they got it. And one of them is not fucking good at decision making when he gets angry, and so
gets tilted.
Yeah, he gets super tilted, and so like if he can make it, like anyone can make it.
What were they playing?
Right, because like he must have gone on super tilt.
What were they playing to get to it?
One was playing, one was playing that like Bomb Pirate Warrior.
Okay, that's a fun deck. Yep.
And one. Oh, he was playing Bomb Pirate Warrior and what's the fucking dragon? He was playing whatever the new version of like Handlock is. The like.
Oh, I love Handlock, dude. That was my jam.
The whatever the 7-drop dragon is that summons a bunch of demons.
Yep, that's what I pushed to. That's what I pushed to like top 5 in. I would always play the old school Handlock. Not a thing anymore. Okay, so and Puzzy figured out what had pissed him off in Geekhack. Did you see that in chat? 50% old cat and 50% the new JTK IC. Yeah.
Let's see.
I played Handlock when it was the original Molten Giants, Iron Giants, right? Was it Iron Giants or Stone Giants? What was Stone Golems? What was it? That's when I played the
Galakrond. He played Galakrond Warlock.
Okay. Yep, that looks good. So, have you seen my deck list right now for Mage is titties. So titties. It's basically I got a shit ton of dust when I came back because all of my cards had been moved over to Wild. And so I think I had like 8,000 dust when I started playing again, and so I made the, it's not Highlander anymore, but it's the same concept where you have no duplicates in your deck. Help me out, Zach. What is it called? But the Mage deck I'm playing right now is.
What's the Singleton or whatever the.
Yeah, what's the name of it? I'll pull up my deck.
Reno? You're not talking about Reno, are you?
No, but it's that similar type of.
It's the same type of mechanic.
It's the same mechanic, yeah. And so this deck I'm playing is doing really, really well. I'm in like the 65 percentile still in gold, and I've only played like, I have a very limited pool of games. But I started to get a little hamstrung with Demon Hunters, and so I wanted to play something that did a good job of destroying Demon Hunters, and so that's always what I do if I'm pushing ladder seriously. I take the meta and I say, all right, what counters the meta, and still does a good enough job against everything else. And so It was called Highlander. Is it Highlander Mage? Yeah, Highlander Mage. Oh, this deck list is so good, Zach. It is, let's see here. The amazing Reno is in it. It's got Caligos, it's got Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, Reno the Relicologist.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it's got the Maligos aspect of magic. Yeah, I mean, it's got a shit ton of legendaries, but I had enough gold to craft it, and I was like, this looks fun. This has just got let's throw a whole bunch of money at the problem and that'll fix it. which I loved, because I loved playing Control Warrior back in the day too, where it's just after a while you're just dropping legend after legend. Yeah. Alright, so here is an actual Mech 27 plate. There it is. And yeah, the Liku PCB. Alright, so 921. So that one took me just shy of a half hour, Zach, to strip the PCB completely as well. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here. I'm gonna empty this chamber before it explodes on me. I'll be right back. Before I forget, I got those 2 switches that need to go back into that bag. I can hear you now, Zach. Oi, I'm back, mate.
And I'm back. I had to get through my mod queue. Okay. And... okay, we're through. Holy hell.
Oh, let's put the chamber back in. Where's the soldering? So that guy who had that 2080 that I was looking at before, he had some sort of water damage issue on the heatsink. I was like, yeah, no, I'm a pass. Thank you for saving me money. There was no reason for me to even be looking at that in the first place.
My instincts are good on this.
My logic when I start looking at things that I'm like, oh, I could get that. That's a good deal. I start coming up with logic that justifies it in any way I need to. I'm like, oh, but I could make. You heard me. I was like, oh, but I could make that into a media PC then at that point.
Yeah, you totally don't need and probably don't want that for a media PC.
Right.
I don't know why.
It would be the older video card that would have been for the media PC, the 1070. The 2080 would have been my new card. But yeah.
Why do people put such powerful graphics cards in the media PCs?
Yeah, there's not much of a reason. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's flex, but it's stupid, Pudsey. You're hit the nail on the head. It's real big stupid because it's gonna be noisy, and it's gonna be hot, and it's gonna cost fucking money. And it's going to cost money in the future because you're going to have to pay electricity on it. It's like the worst.
Do you have a mini ITX? I've been thinking about
I do. Yeah, I have a mini ITX. It sits on top of a network storage.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I really barely use it, but yeah, I love this computer.
Speaking of crazy flex, did you see that guy that posted on Mech Market the other night?
Which one?
Have $5,000. Want some sort of custom keyboard?
Oh, I saw this one. The guy was from like Thailand, I think.
I don't know, Julian, I think was his name. Anyways, he was posting a whole bunch of camera stuff too. I'm like, I should just sell you all my camera gear and all my keyboards and just get out. It's crazy. Yeah, he was looking for Sony. He was looking for Sony Alpha camera gear too. Oh, it's raining here.
It's been raining here a while.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna make it through all of this, Zach. We're in the midst of the third PCB here. I think I have one more PCB after this. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, you hear me? So I watched the new Rick and Morty last night.
Good episode.
Yeah, what did you think?
It's good.
I need to rewatch it. I typically have to watch them a couple times. I thought it was pretty funny. The Jesus, our Lord and Savior, comes in to save the day. But yeah, I definitely need to rewatch it. I feel like it was packed full with a lot of references that I probably missed. So you're caught up on that, Zach. Have you seen the trailer for Solar Opposites?
No, I've been kind of avoiding watching it. I think I don't need to get hooked into another show.
Oh, dude, it's Justin Roiland though.
Yeah, but it feels weird watching a show that looks like Discount Rick and Morty.
I've heard it's a little bit more laid back and less intellectual, and so yeah, I don't know. I probably won't end up liking it. It sounds to me already more like a Family Guy type deal, which I'm kind of over at this point. But I'm gonna give it a couple episodes. I'll see if I like it.
Solar Opposites is a looser, lighter, sweeter Rick and Morty.
There you go.
B from AV Club.
I'm all about the depravity and the terrible heaviness of Rick and Morty, and it gives me just enough actually heartfelt episodes too in the meantime, similar to like Futurama, to where it keeps me coming back for not only the comedy but also the storyline. You know, like Interdimensional Cable probably goes down in my book as one of my favorite just jokey, stupid, silly shows. and then they have like
you saw the new one last night or
yeah. Yeah, the joke where they're like, we should have just done another interdimensional cable.
Like interdimensional cable 4 or whatever the.
Right. So and then meanwhile, at the same time, this is also the show that has a shy pooper episode that goes more into depth on like the character of Rick than any of the other episodes do, and you're like, what in the world is going on? Like, they just have a funny tact and way of presenting it that I think is just fresh and funny every time. And what's up, Yeffy? I see you in chat. How you doing, buddy? How's that tofu treating you? Are you living that acrylic dream? Yeah, it's one of those shows I can just watch over and over again too. Like, they said they weren't ever going to do a time traveling episode, and then they finally came around to it this season. I think it's one of my favorite episodes ever. The fucking snakes. Oh, so good.
I like Snake Society.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. And now we have snake jazz. Boom. Yeah. All because Morty can't stay in the fucking car. Stay in the fucking ship. Yeah, I didn't know there were these snakes out here. There's literally everything out here.
I'm gonna have to remember that if I ever go space traveling to avoid space snakes.
That's right. That's right. Storyboard. Yeah, I definitely need to rewatch that one from last night.
Alright, time for snacks part 2.
Oh yeah. What are you munching on?
Certified classic right here.
Oh yeah, that is. Absolutely. Can't go wrong with the Cheez-Its. But are they I didn't pay attention. Are they the original or are they the extra cheesy?
Not original.
Okay. Have you had the extra cheesy ones?
I haven't had the extra cheesy yet. I have white cheddar in the closet.
Oh, white cheddar is pretty ballin' too. The extra cheesy ones are really good. Like the flavor blasted Cheez-Its or whatever they are. Oh, so good.
I'm sorry, Pudgy, I do not. I actually used to have that file, even though I hate TKLs. TKL.
JMV2 plate file. I do not. I can probably get it. I have a couple of items of business with Sir Sam of the TGR brand. I'm still waiting on my JMV2 CE shipping. RIP. You're churning right along, Zach. So, I can't remember if we talked about this. The Michael Jordan documentary? Have you been watching that at all?
Nope. Tell me about it.
Did I? Okay.
No. I'm saying you have not told me about it. Tell me about it.
Gotcha.
I'm not watching it.
It's good, man. I really like it. So, the 97-98 Bulls season had a lot more drama behind the scenes than I ever knew about. I mean, I was still pretty young when that was going on. And it, kind of fills a little bit of a sports void for me, if you will, right now. 2 new episodes got released on Sunday, and I have not seen them yet, but the first episode kind of follows a little bit of Michael. They all kind of follow Michael Jordan, but the first one really kind of goes into the history of Michael Jordan as a kid in college and high school and everything, and then the second one goes into Pippen, the third one into Rodman, right? They kind of just go back and forth, but the owner of the Chicago Bulls, right after they won the 5th series, was trying to fire Phil Jackson, and he was trying to break up the team and rebuild, and he wanted to bring in new people, and Michael was like, nope, we're pretty much going to keep things consistent here. I'm not going to play for any other coaches other than Phil, and pretty much laid down the law. And the owner, who was this little guy, had like little man syndrome and had a bunch of issues with it, and so ended up that the owner not the GM was the guy with the little man syndrome. The owner got in the same room with Phil Jackson, was pretty much like, nah, we need to get you back in here, we don't want to break the dream team up quite yet, and so let's take another season at it. And of course the owner and Phil Jackson struck a deal. And then meanwhile, this Jerry Krause guy is like, this will be Phil Jackson's last season. I'm like, dude, it doesn't really inspire much confidence that you then instantly like go out and you have to flex your little fat pudgy muscles and say, nah, this was it for you. So anyways, I'm only 4 episodes into it. It's pretty good so far.
I would watch a John Waugh documentary.
John Boss.
John Boss, B-O-I-S.
B-O-I-S? Who's that?
He's a, sorry, I'm chewing on ice. Here, we're getting that. Ice chewing ASMR. It's too cold. Fuck.
It's too cold. It's supposed to be cold, Zach.
It's too big. Oh my god. All right.
No, that needed to be this. That was your reverse Seinfeld reference.
John is an oddball sports stats guy.
Okay.
He's also a really good writer. He wrote this weird interactive visual novel called 17,776.
Okay.
About football in the distant future being observed by a bunch of sentient satellites.
Okay.
It was really good. Like, seriously incredible. Yeah, one of the greatest pieces of sports literature of all time. Okay. Honestly, it's incredible.
Nice. I'm gonna have to take it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, Pudsey. Like, he may be one of the greatest sports journalists of all time. He's just so good.
Okay. You got me sold, man. I'm in.
And but he also does this like odd shit. Like he did a video on the worst punts of all time.
Okay.
And it was like an hour or an hour and a half or something absurd. Like, and he just talked about like the 10 worst punts in football of all time.
Okay.
And like breaks it down and talks about the history and like.
I'm in, dude. I'm all in. You have me sold. The Pudsey Zach collaboration there. Yeah, you guys got me sold. I'm gonna check it out for sure. So books or documentaries start for the start.
It's watch this or read this. Yeah. Bob Emergency. Oh my god.
All documentaries. Okay. Which is just about athletes named Bob. So is this kind of like the guy who like you remember that the statisticians who like reinvented baseball? Is it kind of like the same type of thing? I'm getting like a data science-y vibe from parts of it. Yeah.
Kind of into sabermetrics, but it's really, it's pretty different.
Okay. So what got you into this? How did you hear about it?
How did I hear about them?
Yeah.
I got really into fantasy football my sophomore year of college, and
okay.
I do stats.
Okay.
So I'm really into like sports stats, but I'm not really into sports all that much.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm missing hockey right now for sure. I have done fantasy a couple times, and every now and then, like, I'll do fantasy and it'll reinvigorate it for me, and then I'll stop doing fantasy, and then I'll be like, oh man, I can enjoy watching football again, where I'm not getting pissed off because some guy went 98 yards instead of 100, you know? And so, yeah, so I need to always, it'll ebb and flow for me when I do fantasy or when I don't. Yeah, 17,776. Oh, nice, Yeffy. I'm glad to hear it, dude. Yeah, you kind of have like a. Oh, and Zach recommended. Yeah, cool. Zach recommended that then. There you go, man. Zach, look at you, adding benefit to Yeffy's life.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got that tofu in hand now.
Yes.
So, yeah, he's been on that thing. I thought it was pretty cool though too. So because we had all sorts of crazy layers going on with that, Zach, I did a toggle layer that had one for the dedicated arrows, and then I did another toggle layer for the normal right shift key. And so you kind of had the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've got that on mine right now.
Man, these switches didn't desolder too well.
You have to read the. Oops, my bad. Sorry, I'm reading this out of order.
Hey, what did I miss, Yeffy? Because I have H87 extras as well, if Heine does not. I don't know if I have ones with RGB, but I know I have ones without. Man, I hate it when I pull the tops off switches when I'm pulling them off. Come on, meow. Dude, I'm definitely running into difficulties with this board. Oh, yeah.
Oh, apparently your camera's off.
We lost our camera.
Do you have to like touch it every so often to keep it on?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I need to turn that off.
You're connected to a power pack or something?
Yeah. Yeah, but I need to turn that off. There's a setting that I can turn off to make it so that it never goes to sleep. I just don't have that setting off.
Okay.
There There's definitely a way for me to disable that. And I should. I just haven't yet.
I reached out about that board. I reached out. I might
What board?
The board I asked you about.
Oh yeah. Okay, did you find one?
He said he'd ask around. He's a little he's a little filled up on backlog right now.
Okay. Oh, that's exciting.
But yeah, I mean, depending on cost, I might need to source some switches soon.
There you go. Yeah, go with the classics or something like that. You got to go with like a vintage black.
Yeah, but it would be a vintage black and like seal housings or something. I don't think I would.
Why
I don't think I would stick.
Why seal housings?
I like the transparency.
Ah.
I like the transparency, and I've also had good luck with seal in the past. Like I like linear switches in seal housings.
So creams, yeah, those new novelty creams in Zeal housings are very good. Very.
I mean, are there better housings for vintage blacks?
Cherry housings are very, very good sounding, in my opinion. I mean, it comes down to a lot of personal opinion, right? But yeah, for my opinion, I go with cherry housings for cherry switches.
You keep the original ones, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people use the seal housings with vents.
Yeah.
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 I go
with straight up cherry. But yeah, I mean, you got plenty of
options. Without Zeal housings of some sort, and I truly cannot remember. I think every single one of my boards has been built with Zeals. Yeah, every single
Zeal
one.
tax.
Everyone.
Or else. I know for
okay.
sure one of your boards
there's that, but I didn't build that board.
Oh, really? Who built that?
Chill Dude built that board.
Ah, okay.
And then he sold it to me through Nick Heller.
Ah, yeah. Nick has a tendency of never holding on to anything.
No, it wasn't Nick's. It wasn't Nick's. Nick put me in touch with him.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Nick just let me know.
My statement still stands. Nick has a tendency of never holding on to anything, though. Unless it's Clax or a Philco.
That's like real old school. That is like too old school for me. Yeah. Nick. I mean, I like vintage blacks, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I need to figure out spring weighting too. I really.
You like light or heavy or medium?
Heavy. Very heavy.
Heavy? Yeah, the heaviest I ever go with are blah, 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 blah. There we go, Telios. The heaviest I ever go with are what's it called? Like a 67. I can't do heavy. My fingers just get too fatigued. I've got little weak fingers. I've got very large man hand, yet weak fingers. If I'm typing for an extended period of time with a heavy switch, I start to feel it. Yeah, yellow springs are really good. I like yellow springs. That's like a medium springs. Yellow springs, I think, are the equivalent of like a 65 gram. Zach, they're coming to get you.
No, it's an ambulance.
Oh, okay.
I live next to a fire station.
Aha. All right, so far we've done the T1, the Telios,
my current board is 78.
and the vintage.
I think it's 78. It might be 72s.
Okay.
It might be 72s.
I've done that heavy before. I just don't like it. Yeah, I mean,
like I might. Yeah, I think.
I have trouble with differentiation between switch springs too. Not all switch spring is created equal. I mean, you have different.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to go like 68s, but.
Okay.
But that's probably as light as I'd go.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man, definitely. I would say the TX springs, right? These days are pretty good. I think those are pretty good. I've had some run-ins with those as of late. Yeah, so here's our TX 84, if I'm not mistaken. We're probably going to have some sort of light here up on top with this guy.
Yeah, 75 grams sold out from TX. 70 gram sold out. 65 sold out. I could just go all the way to 90. Say fuck it, but.
There we go. 90 grams? Ooh.
I used 100 grams for a really long time.
Super blacks?
Yeah, I was using MX linear grays.
Oh God. As a daily, you were just casually typing away on MX space bars.
Yep, I had it as a daily at work. I had that's a board I didn't have with Zelios. I had
cherry license for that.
I had a couple of things. Okay, wait. So I had those 100 grams. Yeah, I had linear grays on my VEA. Shit, I've had a lot of boards. I had it on my VEA, and I traded that to Clar. Clar's got that VEA unless he sold it. He may have sold it. And then I had a TX84 that had like 80 gram not holy pandas, 80 gram pandas in them, like the original pandas.
Was it built up with this stainless steel plate? Because man, this thing's got some heft to it. That's what I'm desoldering right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a thick plate.
Stainless.
I don't like the feel of stainless for a plate.
You don't, or you do?
I do not. I like aluminum. This whole brass fat I'm kind of over with. Aluminum is what it's all about.
I mean, when I'm on right now, here, I'll show you all. Because I'm on a very different board than I was last time we spoke.
Yeah, there's the stainless.
So, I am on...
Carbon or die.
We are on... I'm waiting until it shows up on here so that I can move it a little bit. It's very heavy. I'm on an FMJ with brass weights.
Okay.
And a brass plate, if you can see it in there.
When did you get that? I thought you were only boards right now were the Alps and the buckling spring.
No, this is I've had this forever.
Okay. Yeah,
this is a board that was definitely built for me.
With the OG cherry sticker.
Yep, it's got the OG cherry sticker. That's from Mike, and it's got the weights on the back.
Oh, that's an FMJ? That looks like okay, that's cool. I like that. Wasn't that was the Duck Poker was the one that had the engrave in the rear, and then it had the shotgun weights. That's what it was.
Yep.
The shotgun shell weights.
Yep.
I would consider a Duck Poker. Aren't those are pretty hard to find though these days?
Those are pretty hard to find. I like this better than a Duck Poker. Plus this is built with some odd stuff. So this has cherry silent black from the first wave of cherry silent blacks, like truly first generation of them, from a huge group buy. And they had the, I don't know if anyone here was in that group buy, but they ended up all having the wrong spring weights in them.
Oh.
Which didn't matter to me at all.
Hey, Yeffy, sounds good, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Yeah, I'll hit you up in DM later. Sorry, Zach, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Because I was planning on swapping the springs anyways. I think I did go with 78s in here.
So wait, what do you mean the spring weights were all mixed up? Somebody else built a whole batch of them and got the spring weights all jacked up, or what?
Cherry basically put the wrong spring weights in these. They had something like it was a while ago. I think it was early 2017, maybe late 2017. It was in 2017.
Okay.
They put silent red springs in them, if I recall.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yep. Z confirms. Yep. Yeah. It was something like that. It was like someone basically was like, wow, these feel really light when they got their shipment.
Yeah.
And they weight tested them and they were like cherry red.
Okay. I gotcha.
So it didn't matter to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Swapped out. Took my classic, put them in Zeal's. Zeal housings, got them lubed. I have no idea what lube is in them. It doesn't matter anymore because it was years ago. And I've been using this as my daily at work.
Okay, nice. There you go. What's the consensus on Cherry MX Reds? Are there any like variants of Cherry MX Reds that are good, where they're actually as smooth as vintage blacks or anything of the sort? Like
if there's a such thing as vintage reds, which I don't think there is.
I don't think there is. Yeah, I think the reds came out more with like the whole gaming phase, right? So I think the best you get is like a retooled, really worn in, broken in set of reds. I think, right?
Yeah. So the key is like I've been using these just for forever, and so they're really worn. I don't know how many. Silent blacks have had this much wear on them.
Okay.
But they've been influenced for this. Yeah. I have this, and I have I had a Real Force 55 gram board at work, a silent Real Force.
I need to get back into the Topra game. I've been removed from that for a while.
TKLs. You could go big. You get a monolith.
No, I'd go with the TKL format, or maybe even just another.
It is a TKL. You could get the monolith is that Norba Touch. Or not Norba Touch. It's the Norbauer.
The Norbauer. Yeah. Okay. No, that would defeat the purpose. The purpose of it for me would be to Bluetooth mod it and have it for a living room or bedroom computer keyboard, so that I would be able to type out searches as opposed to having to use the damn remote.
Get a Bluetooth TKL? Why would you?
Nah, that would defeat the purpose as well. It would need to be like a 60%.
HHKB.
Yeah, it would have to be a 60%. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, there are Bluetooth HHKBs. They come stock like that.
Yeah. No, I know. What about the new ones, the hybrids? Have you used those?
What do you mean the hybrids?
The HHKB came out with like a new hybrid model line within the last couple of months, and they were available only in Japan. But there are plenty of people that we have contacts with in Japan that can pick one up for you and sell it.
What do you mean hybrid?
That was the name of it. Look up HHKB hybrid. Yep, there were a couple of different variants, and they were all called hybrid, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, this is because you can plug it in and use Bluetooth?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't care. I hate HHKB. Like, I hate the layout.
Yeah, I just want a standard. Is there a standard 60% with domes?
No. I mean, there's ones with like the knockoff domes. There's probably a plum. There's got to be a plum with knockoff domes.
And Real Force never made a 60%? Not
yet.
That's a damn shame.
Oh my god, really? There's not like a...
Can you imagine the market for a standard 60% with good domes?
No, there's gotta be no market. There's gotta be no market.
What do you mean? There'd be a market for a standard 60% with domes? Get out of here.
Oh, there is. There's Adam. It's not standard layout. It's a little unusual, although it's kind of awesome. It's got pseudo cluster.
Are you looking at the plum?
No, that's what the name is. is the Atom 66.
Oh, and then also there was that. What was
Can I
it?
paste images in the chat? Does that work?
You should be able to.
Nope. No, it does not.
There was the you copied an image.
Yeah.
Copy the link location. Yeah, just copy the link location.
Take a look at this.
I'm ready.
This makes sense.
I'm ready to find the next stupid thing to purchase. What do you got from Zach?
This is an interesting layout. Is it really that expensive? It is. Oh, it's not that much. Is it? Oh.
165.
No. It's 129. Oh wait, no, that's the Micro 84. Oh, I can't even find it. I can't even find. There's weird shit. You have to use AliExpress.
Oh, yeah, that's not something I generally just go to on Twitch and immediately click on. What is this? Atom 66.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got such a shitty bottom row. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My pseudo cluster.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Whatever.
That's annoying. Yeah, they tried to overthink that one. All they needed to do was just literally why do people get it confused? The 60% layout is a 7U with a 1.5, 1.5. And it's got the split right shift and a 2U backspace. That's standard 60%. Don't fuck around with any other craziness.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
What are these people doing? That layout on that 66 is such shit.
Oh my God. I'm gonna send you this. This is the definitive layout. This is a definitive acceptable 60% layouts.
There's no other. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it's what I just stated, then you got it right, because there's no other acceptable layout.
These are the layouts. There's a series of layouts that I accept as canonical. And they are the ones that I just sent you in Discord.
I need a little button press that I can be like, the word of the day. Yeah. All right, what did you just say? You sent me in Discord?
Yeah, this is what I consider to be the canonical 60% layouts.
Yep. Either stepped or standard, or a split right, or a split backspace. That's the only thing that I allow. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't use split backspace, but I accept it as canonical.
Yeah, I can accept it. I can understand. Some people want to get the pipe, the dedicated pipe key. But or dedicated pipe and dedicated tilde. But yeah. True OGs know that it's all about a split right, a 2U backspace, and I say screw it. Go for the step caps. Hit caps lock when you mean to, and no other time. I don't ever accidentally hit control on a 60%, but I can tell you I accidentally hit it when it's a standard. Or I don't ever miss hitting control. I can always strike it when I need to on a stepped caps lock. But I will strike it accidentally on a standard from time to time. So yeah, I say go step caps lock all day too.
Oh, I always do stepped caps lock, but, and this is a huge caveat. My Model F is full caps lock.
Your Model F is?
Yeah, I don't think there was a stepped caps lock.
There's no option for that. Yeah.
Because I think IBM is traditionally full caps lock.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, so I've got that. Because that was like a GMK thing. That was a GMK Cherry thing, the stepped caps lock.
Okay.
So to that end, like I would consider full caps lock if I were creating like a layout that I would use. I don't know. I use stepped caps lock on fucking every board. Like other than that model F.
Yeah.
But if I were to do a new board, I'd consider doing full caps lock because of matching that board. So,
I can understand that. I have no issue with that.
That's like a reason. The other thing I don't like about stepped caps lock is that I use blank key sets, so this is less of a problem. But yeah, so like stepped caps lock kind of looks strange, and it also is like it's got less of a support structure. It's not a stable key because you have this like part of the key is flavored in a strange way. So that's a disadvantage. It looks visually disruptive. Stepped caps. So,
I like it. I personally like it. I think.
So I would consider going full caps.
Okay.
Just
I don't have a problem with it. I'm a stepped guy, but I don't have a problem with it. I can understand your reasoning.
I think stepped is more traditional, but full looks cleaner.
Okay.
The other problem with stepped, and this is only a problem with modern sets, is that like it's weird for double shot.
Stepped is?
Yeah, stepped is weird for double shot. Just because they double shot into the crevice, but they don't like double shot into the like lower section. Like they double shot into the deep part, but not the short part. Was someone else talking about this? Whoever you're talking about, Pudsey, and I are on the same wavelength here.
Okay.
If I had any double shot key sets at all, which I don't, I only have PBT right now. Because I'm a troll. If I had any double shot key sets, I would show you. But take a look at a stepped caps lock on a double shot keyboard, and it'll surprise you.
Okay.
Even worse is the fucking windowed caps lock. They're all now
pad printed. Yep. Which is heresy.
Yep.
I'm on the only thing I have on my desk right now is die sub. Yeah. My meme $600 key set die sub.
Yeah, that's worthwhile though.
The Sav?
Yeah. It's a good key set.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like it a lot.
You can get my PPS caps soon.
It's pretty sharp.
I'll have them by the end of the week.
Which one's the PPS?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Is that Salvin?
What?
Is that Salvin who makes those?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea who made them. I have no idea what they are. I wasn't around for it. I'm just fucking doing it.
No, Pudsey called it out. I had no idea. Okay, cool. I need to do research on it. Didn't Glacier do a video on them as well? The PPS caps.
Yeah.
Didn't his had fit issues, if I remember correctly, but he was also mounting them on high rows, if I remember correctly, which of course they had fit issues.
Yeah. I might hold off on mounting them until I get a new keyboard or something.
Yeah, high rows are the issue in that. Yeah, I can absolutely agree, Pudsey. High rows was the problem with that variable. Yeah, so that's interesting though. I'd be very interested though to try them, Zach. Once you get them in, I'll have them on stream here so I can hear them. I know they have a much different sound signature.
Yeah, I can always just put them on my.
Yeah.
That actually, it's kind of awkward. Here, you guys can listen to my keyboard here. Probably not gonna do very much. Let's see how much anyone can even hear. Can you hear any of this?
No, because you've got Discord. You've got Discord noise suppression on.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that.
I can only hear it when you're talking.
Good point. That is a great point. Right,
which, by the way, is absolutely incredible. I think we've talked about it before. The Discord noise suppression, the audio engineers who created that, oh my goodness. They did an absolutely phenomenal job on that technology. It's so good.
Oh man, hold on a second.
There we go, guys. 2 hours total to desolder 4 full boards. Not too bad.
All right, we'll put my input sensitivity to nothing. And then we're gonna turn off cancellation, noise reduction.
Why all these stabilizers were mounted with no...
All right, here we go.
That's crazy. They're all mounted with no, where
Can you hear anything?
Inserts go for that. Ooh. Yes, I can hear it now. I can hear it. I can hear you. Sounds almost like Rubber Dome.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point of silent switches, honestly.
Oh yeah. And what are they? They're the blacks, silent blacks or reds?
They're silent blacks, yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Very cool. Yeah, well, once the PPS comes in, you have to mount those things up. So you're thinking about once you'll have to get the vintage blacks. We can actually hear something with them, and then the PPS caps mounted on that build, and then you'll be sitting pretty. Are they all black? Are the PPS blanks? Are they actually black, or are they like a dark gray? Because true black is so hard to find.
Yeah, I have heard that they are as dark as it gets. So
okay.
I have no idea whether that means really dark gray or whether it means black, because I don't think these PVT caps that I have right now are not black.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I've got my Matrix 1.2 is built up with some Gateron blanks, and
that's what these are. These are Gateron blanks.
They don't get black. Yeah, they're gray.
These are exactly those.
Yeah, they're gray. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind. And blanks just look so good from an aesthetic perspective.
Yeah,
I'm such a huge fan of blanks. All right, we're sitting pretty. I've got a very full chamber of metal to empty. You can see I've got a huge bead right there and a whole bunch of smaller ones. Man, we're good though. We're done for tonight, guys.
Okay, these Rentos did have full caps. I'm in it. I'm here for it.
Look at this. We got all these switches desoldered today. 2 hours worth of work, some good chatting, and all of these switches later, and we're good to go. Boom. I feel very accomplished right now, Zach.
You should.
Just over 10 o'clock. Okay, I see what you just sent me. That's a very small image that I'll have to check here in a minute.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have to click the link.
All right, man. Any final remarks? I think we're all Gucci here.
That's it.
That's Murder, She Wrote. Zach, always a pleasure, my dude. Thank you so much for chilling.
Always a pleasure, Max.
Boom.
Thanks for sitting, hanging out, drinking.
Absolutely, man. Same time, same place next week, you guys. I'm going to start trying to get on the Tuesday schedule again. So, Pudsey, always a pleasure as well, dude. I'll have to catch up and play some Path of Exile or something with you here. I've got homework to do too.
But if you want to get on
17,776. I'm gonna hit it up.
Yes, please read it. It is really good. Hit it up.
If it's reasonable, I'll have it read by next week. I'm gonna take a look real quick. All right, guys. I'm out of here. See y'all later.
See ya.